Hey guys, welcome back. It's part 28 of X4 Foundations, and well, of course, last time we took over. We took over. Let me change this. Scale plate green. We got the administration building built in 1 earlier, and then we recently took over 7. And now there's a bug, by the way, and it's a known bug, so they're working on it. But when you build an administration building to take over a sector, you have to build it first. And what I mean by that is not just first in a build plan, but you need to do just like an administration building. And you can do a dock, you could do your docks however you want, and pretty much. And actually, I think on this first one down here, I just got lucky because I did the docks. I did the administration building, the docks, and the storages first. And I just built that first, and because it was my first one, and I was working backwards on how many of the production modules I need. Well, the thing is once I copied that blueprint and I had it built here, I didn't have the administration building built completely first till it was done, and then added the other stuff, so it didn't see it as an administration building, so it didn't count towards taking over this sector. So I had to build another one. So I've got that's my administration building. It's just like the one that I built in Scale Plate Green 1, but I had to build just a administration building and docks to it. That's all I've got on this one, just so it would count as an administration building as far as the AI is concerned, and it will count towards me owning this sector. So just keep that in mind, guys. So it kind of sucks. I mean, you can, like, I've got kind of my blueprint so far anyways of an administration takeover sector complex, and if I just want to copy that, I can copy it, but I'll still need to build that second thing, or I can just build it from scratch each time, or maybe I might just save that as a blueprint, build that. Well, see, the thing is even if I save this as a blueprint, build that first completely, I can't just use the blueprint on this one, because it would rebuild everything over again, so I would have to do it manually. Oh man, that's just a headache. Anyways, I hope that's going to get fixed pretty soon. I'm probably just going to do my blueprint on this one, since it's more complex, it's got a bunch of stuff, and then just simply lay another administration building with a dock is what I think I want to do from now on until it's fixed. So anyways, we took that over. If you see, it's a different shade of green. It's not Talati. I own it. So I kind of mentioned towards the end of the last video, or last part, that I want to work on my economy side again, because I've been focusing on building up my military combat ships, and I wanted to get some fighting in and kind of invade and do stuff like that. But I really need to increase my rate. Like, if I don't manually keep the economy going by using my manual traders down here, I've got 6 of them, 3 large, 3 mediums. If I don't use these to kind of fill the big holes, mainly on shipyards, really, because shipyards is the end of the food chain, the top of the food chain, or production chain. If I don't keep those kind of going, my income rate is really low. Look at that, 1.2 million. When if I'm doing manual stuff, I mean, I can be over 10 million due from outstanding trades. But it's and again, and this is going to be addressed in one of the either 2.5 or 3. I can't remember. That's going to be coming up later on. like I've got 18,313 personnel. And I've started with a bunch of 4-star captains. I really don't even know if any of these are up, leveling up at all. But they did mention it gets really slow after 3. And I've been playing this game on Steam. It was like 640 hours before I just logged on this time. 640 hours. Now, granted, maybe 300 or more of that was just, I may have left the game on when I went to work, or left the game on when I went to sleep, maybe to get some money really quick, because I needed to build up money. Still, 640 hours in this game, and I still don't even have a level 5 personnel, which is ridiculous. That's crazy. That is crazy. And if you see here, okay, so I've got 4s there to there, and then I got 3s. See here, 3s. Well, down. You can see this here. Oh wow. Okay, finally got to the 2s. But anyways, what I wanted to really show is I can still go down halfway. That's where my 1s end, and half my personnel are still like nothing. Half. That is ridiculous. And I got 1s all the way from here to here. Oh, there. Like, oh, there. Something like there. And if you see, yep, right there. And then if you see in my scroll bar, then I've got my 3s and 4s up here. So you can tell, like, they're just not leveling up. So it's hard to tell if these traders, like, if there's not really trades without looking manually, because I don't know if if they need to be level 5 or what. So, and these guys, I should switch these 4 stars and put them into trade, like all of my top star pilots in the traders, and I think I'm going to do that. It's time consuming and repetitive, because you gotta have ship's dock at the same docks, and then you can transfer the captains, but you have to have an extra ship, empty ship, to use as like the go-between, because you can't have a captain in one ship and the other and just go directly from one to the other without getting rid of the first captain. So it's, yeah, EagleSoft, there's still the traditional EagleSoft stuff that makes things harder than they should be. But again, I think with EagleSoft, I really think that part of that is by design, just so that whatever you want to accomplish, depending on what you want to accomplish, it's more, I don't know, realistic in terms of effort that needs to be put in to get it accomplished. So, it's kind of frustrating, and it may not have to be that difficult, but I really think they do that stuff, some of it anyway. I don't know if it can be an excuse for everything, but I really do think some of it is just, like, if you want to switch captains and ships, you really have to have them docked at the same dock, and you really have to have an empty space in one to assign one to one, because it can only be one at a time. That may be, you can make that a little easier. If you just want to switch them or whatever, you should be able to switch them. But it makes sense that, you have to dock them at the same dock, so that they have to fly there and all that stuff. That makes sense as far as realism. So, anyways, you can see my net worth here, since I got it open. 2.3 billion. 2.3 billion. My average personnel skill, it shows you right there, is 0 stars. Of course, I got my venture ship out. I've been doing ventures. Since I have my own sector now, which all goods are legal. I mean, I'm keeping everything that I'm getting. If you see here, like bypass systems 11, decryptions 46, slicers 28. Of course, I got some spaceflight eggs. What else? I think hallucinogens are illegal sometimes. Decryption modules, I think, are um, illegal. I know AGI processor, neural network, and the cores; those are all illegal. So, but anyways, I can sell some of this stuff at like even my own stations. I got traders, which is nice. But I kind of want to get into sabotage. I haven't done that yet, but it's kind of hard since I'm like in this playthrough. I want to be friends with all the major races, so I may need to do it with oh, not that, not that. I may need to do it with against Scale Plate Pack, but the problem is that the traders in my stations, their faction is Scale Plate Pack, so I don't really want to go lower than 5 because I don't know what will happen to the traders at my stations. So, and I don't want to do it to them. Don't want to do it to them. Not them. Not them. Not them. Not them. Not them. And that's technically my faction. That's the faction in this start. I was already, that was I was an explorer from the Alliance of the Word. So that's actually my faction. So I don't want to do anything to them. And with the, I haven't found any kayak stations. And of course, the Xenon stations, you saw those battles. There's no way I'm sneaking in there and trying to sabotage one before. May be able to try to do one during a battle, but that'll still be probably kind of hard. But I want to try it out in a little easier setting than taking on a Xenon station with all that stuff. So, so to that end, I was thinking about maybe not ending this playthrough, but starting another playthrough with a different start and playing it more like sabotaging stations, being against some of these big factions, if not all the big factions. Like, let's see here. I think like Holy Order, they're at war with almost everyone, I think, except for the Talati. Maybe scale. Well, here, let me show you.
Awaiting orders.
Factions. So the word Alliance of the Word, they're allied with the God Realm. The God Realm is enemies of the Holy Order and Scale Plate. Allies with me, Commander Rex, and the Alliance of the Word. So those two are allies. Then you got Antigone and you got Argon, who are both allies. I'm allies with them. I'm allies with everyone almost. But at war with Holy Order. See, the Holy Order and Scale Plate. Scale Plate is enemies with Antigone and Argon. Holy Order and God Realm. Ministry, but not Talati. That's the one that's not enemies with Talati. The Holy Order, though, is actually at war with everyone. Talati, Ministry, God Realm, Scale Plate. The only ones they're not is with the Free League. The Free League's not at enemies with anyone except for the Kak and the Xenon. But anyways, I'm thinking about doing a start where maybe I'm the Paranid, and so I'm starting with the Holy Order and basically kind of just fight and focus on taking them over. But if I do that, then I'm also I'm not sure how many stations the Alliance of the Word actually have, though. But so I will more than likely be at war with them and them. And basically, if I'm at war with Antigone or Argon, I'm going to be in war with both. Talati if I'm at war with Talati or Ministry, it's going to be both. So, and I was even thinking about maybe taking all of that major races on and just trying to work with the Free League and Scale Plate Pact. But I was also thinking maybe Holy Order too. So, anyways, and then just be at war with everyone else. Anyways, I wanted to run that stuff by you guys, because I do definitely appreciate you guys watching. Like, I mean, definitely like Aiden, Lord Asthma, Flav, you guys, commenting and been, started watching the X3 Star Wars mod playthrough walkthrough thingy. You guys been leaving comments. Mike King, Fantex, Star Wars Gamer, Celestial Gaming Corner, you guys too, been commenting in this video series, and I appreciate that. But anyways, I wanted to just ask you guys, I'm not going to end this playthrough, but I kind of want to have shipyards now, since I got my own sectors, and that won't come out, that won't happen until 2.0 is released sometime this month. But while I was waiting on that to happen, I was thinking about just trying to do one of these starts where I'm just really fighting and sabotaging, and not so much economic, but trying to make money more just in combat stuff. And X3, I didn't do that very much. I think I maybe did 1 or 2 playthroughs like that. I just really liked having a big, huge empire, and just, I wanted to take over sectors and have my own sectors, but you couldn't do that in X3. I mean, you kind of could, but it wasn't like your name and your color and stuff like that. And when they do release 3.0, whenever that's going to be, you'll be able to set your own rules in your own sectors, like illegal goods or other rules. So it will even give you more of a benefit, as far as, or even if it's just feeling like you have more control over the sectors. That would be in 3.0. I remember that, which is nice. And the resupply ship, it's going to be like an flying equipment dock or something like that. Comes out in 2.5.
Awaiting orders.
And then, of course, the player shipyards and a whole bunch of other stuff too. This is a big list for 2.0. It's going to be a big deal when it's finally ironed out and officially releasing out of beta. Anyways, I wanted to run that by you guys because, like I said, I do appreciate you guys watching, and everyone else, even if you haven't commented, all you guys that watch my videos. Hopefully, it was either entertaining or helpful or whatever. But I do appreciate it. So, anyways, if you guys care one way or the other, prefer one way or the other, just continue on with this. Even though I'm waiting for 2.0 really for shipyards, or while I'm waiting for 2.0, kind of start one doing just combat and pirate kind of deal. So getting back to this though, one thing that I've been doing while I've been developing the empire, I've been here and there doing the data vaults, which I've already shown on video, so I didn't want to show every single one. It's the same thing. There's, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 different types of vaults as far as, this layout and everything, and then they just repeat. I think there's 4. So, I mean, I would guess there's 7 of each kind. But anyways, I have, if I go to my missions here, the briefing, I've got I found 27 out of 28, and right here is the last one. It's the last one. So, and by the way, I'm in a Guillemot scout right now. What's cool is, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see that? That's me. And that's really cool. I don't think I don't know if I've shown that a video or not. Hopefully you can see that. that's the character, the start that I had. You know, it's not just different voice in the introduction and different start and all that stuff. It's actually a different character, because that looks like a Argon female or Antigone female, whatever, and that's the voice that was in the start. So I wonder if I start with the Paranid, if it's going to be a Paranid, you know, and that's pretty cool. Never been able to see yourself in an X game before. So, anyways, I just kind of wanted to point that out. That's pretty cool. You can see that. But I'm at the last data vault, so I wanted to get the last data vault because actually I have no idea what you get for completing
Willamette, Sentinel.
these data vaults. I haven't cheated on that and looked that up, or I haven't seen it in forums or anything. So I'm excited to kind of see what you get or what happens. It's probably nothing, but let's see here. I'm going to have to go down here.
Awaiting orders.
Let's go down here. Yeah, one thing too is definitely gotten practice at these. Like I said, I think there's only four different models, and you know, once you keep doing them, that I can say though now, since I'm on the last one, I can see maybe for some people it can, because it is repetitive in a way, and for some people it just kind of gets old. I actually it didn't really get too old or anything. It's not that hard, and especially since I haven't been like sabotaging stations or anything like that. The only time I actually EVA is when I'm doing these so far. So for me, it's kind of fun just to EVA and be in the suit, because the way you fly, the way it feels, it's different, and so it didn't really get so old that it was just so like you didn't want to play it. You didn't want to do it really. It didn't get that bad anyway for me. So that's definitely something that's cool. Cool about these. Even though I didn't show all 27 that I've done. Of course, there's a couple that's in enemy sectors, Xenon sectors. Which you'll have to I got kind of lucky. What I did is I just sent one of my Pegasus Vanguards. It's a fast ship, it's a scout ship, and so that's one thing too. I've noticed, if you saw that, I didn't have my scan mode on, and this red light wasn't on there. I turned it on and it still wasn't on there. I turned it off and turned it back on again, and it was on there. So that doesn't happen too often, but it has happened. So if that happens to you guys, just turn your scanner off and then back on again, scan mode.
Quite the achievement. Well done.
Quite the achievement. Well done. Steam Achievement Historian. Are you telling me that's all that happens? Let me see the mission. Mission's completed. That's it. The Boron just says that. That's it. Seriously? Seriously? Okay. Well, that was a big downer. I mean, pretty much nothing happens. So anyways, what I also do is I always deploy, well, I have been, I guess I don't really have to right now, since this was the last one, but what I've been doing is I've been deploying a nav beacon. Come on. Come on, nav. Get the nav. Get the nav. Get the nav. Oh, jeez. All right. So there we go. And then you can change the name. Now, one thing too, there's a bug. So if I'm on something here, and if I go to the information, and if I go to the behaviors tab, and then I click this nav beacon and go to the behaviors tab, I can't go to the information tab. For some reason, there's a bug there. So you have to go to something like a ship to get the information and get on the information tab. Then go to the nav beacon information. There, and then you can change the name. Data vault. So I've been keeping track of ones that are done or not, and not by doing that. Now that's officially the last one, so I didn't really have to, but now they're all labeled with the nav beacon. So okay, well that was done. That's done. Let me go ahead. Actually, let me check out something just in case. I'm going to transport to my headquarters, and I'm going to see the boron and see if there's something.
Awaiting orders.
You know, that another mission, or if that's really it.
Awaiting orders.
After doing 28 volts, finding them and doing those. Come on, Eaglesoft, you gotta have something. Hopefully, you gotta have something. It's got the little boron, the person icon there, but there's nothing highlighted there under Science Laboratory. Maybe it's just highlighted because I got my venture going. If you can hear, you hear that kind of humming, that's my venture going because I'm in the area where my venture is. Actually, if I look out here, you can see my venture right over there. My venture thingy, portal, it's right over there. So what's really cool about this game is they really, I mean, I'm sure Eaglesoft's going to improve it. There's always ways to improve it, but it's pretty good when you go on the micro scale and you really see your empire or see your stuff. Like, this is my headquarters. This is an NPC faction. I'm not sure who that is. I don't know the symbols. That's a Gorgon though, and so it's probably Paranid, one of the two Paranids, but it's landing at my station and doing something, and then it'll end up taking off. But I can walk down there and you see people. I don't know if you can see people running, like going down there right now. They're on the steps. You got ships coming in and going out. Got one of my traders over there. See my logo? That looks like a fighter down on that pad there.
Awaiting orders.
You know, it's just, that's pretty, it's just cool. It's pretty cool. But the boron, let's see.
I'll wait for you to tell me to take off.
Nope. Okay. So there's nothing to say. Bozo Todd, there's nothing to say, Bozo. Nothing at all. You're just going to chill in that tank now forever and not say anything or do anything. There's like the original headquarter part there. Yeah, obviously I've really played at least 300 to 350 hours, if not more. I'm pretty sure about that one. And there's still more depth to the game, more things I haven't really done, and especially when 2.0 comes out, hopefully things will be fixed, running better, and more options, and like shipyards and stuff. So that will be fun. So anyways, that was the end of the mission. There was nothing left of that. So like I said, I want to do some focus more on economic stuff. So what I'm going to probably do here is, like you see, I've got medium auto traders and I've got large auto traders. What I want to do is I want to switch complete, and I've same thing with miners too. You see these traders, they got I've got mediums and large, and then of course on the miners I've got mediums and large. I am going to stop all the mediums, and I'm going to I'm going to work on getting all larges. Like I've got, as far as auto traders, I've got 30 larges, and I want to have enough so every friendly sector has got at least one.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see if I go here, I think, and then go to statistics. Ships owned. I've owned 1,352 ships. Systems discovered 46, but sectors discovered 58. Okay, so I've discovered 58 sectors. However, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that I'm not going to use, so that's really 49. So 49. So I need 19 more large trading ships, and I've been using the one that I am using. I go to large ships is the was it Shiyaku Sentinel? That's the one I've been using. It's a pretty cool freighter, cool looking freighter, and it's large. And also because it's a large class ship, it seems like it's just separated by classes. Doesn't matter if it's a builder or carrier for extra large, or if it's a miner or trader, or actually, you know what? I could be wrong on miners. What's the miner? Yeah, I was doing the Magnetar. So look, this large Magnetar actually can hold 80 ships, 80 small ships.
Awaiting orders.
The Shiyaku is 40. So that one's 8. That miner's 80. See, I haven't really looked at the miners as far as carrying ships because I haven't really cared about it yet. But they can hold 80 ships? Wow. I gotta look into seeing if I may even want to have one of these miners as maybe like just my fun, just separate to play with command ship. I don't know. Anyways, I'm kind of going off on a tangent there a little bit, but I want to get like I say, have all the larges really doing the auto trading and auto mining, and the mediums I'm going to switch these over to my stations,
to tell me to take off.
to all my stations. So I've got plenty of medium traders and miners as I build more stations or docks or however I want to do it. But I'm thinking, I mean, I really only just need one, besides the ones I had to take over and I had to do a separate administration building because of that bug. I really only need one in every sector because you can build whatever you want on it. So, I mean, I can, I can make a smart chip factory, then I can make a medical supply factory, then I can make a food rations factory, and then I can make a hull parts factory, and then I can make an engine parts factory, and I can have all these separate things, or I can just, if I need it in that area, just add it to the one that's in that sector. You know what I mean? I think that's the way I'm going to go about building here on out. Because, I mean, there's no sense in trying to have more transports between separate stations when I can just have it as one big complex, and I don't need to waste transports doing that stuff between my own stuff, stations of factories. But so that's what I'm going to be doing with the stations. I'm going to be growing stations. Now I'm going to be growing stations
I'll wait for you to tell me.
just like how I've been starting here. I've been finding out what the shipyards and wharfs are lacking or waiting on for production, and I'm just going to add those. Like in Holy Vision, I've got this smart chip plant. But I'm going to add on to that whatever it needs. I know engine parts is one thing, weapon components is another thing. So I'm going to end up adding on to this so it's self-sustaining and is also building enough extra resources that the docks and shipyard or the shipyards and wharfs need. So when I work on that, because my stations are making me money pretty good, so I'm going to start by supplying those, getting all those supplied. That will allow me to increase my income, and then I'll look at other opportunities after that. But that's kind of, I guess, this is kind of more of an update and kind of, a plan of action, like what to do next and how to go about it and what I'm thinking. But of course, like I was mentioning earlier, you guys, feel free to comment. Let me know what you would like to see. If you want me to put this on hold and kind of do a different start, like I'm thinking that Paranid start, where I'm friends with the Holy Order, the Free League, and the other one, the other one that I'm -5 with. Anyways, be friends with those guys, and it'll be a little bit harder because I can't have just a big, trading fleet, mining fleet everywhere, and have them trading everywhere.
I'll wait for you to tell me.
I would basically be enemies with Antigone, Argon, Talati, Ministry of Finance, and the God Realm. So I'll be enemies with all those guys, but kind of playing more of a combat, trying to maybe cap ships to sell ships or add it to my own wing or whatever. But probably at least at the beginning, instead of like working towards building auto traders, kind of playing that the way of trying to cap ships and selling them. So it's not so much an automatic source of income coming in without you doing anything. Like it's more of hands-on, I guess, type of playthrough, if that makes sense. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But so yeah, I completed all the data vaults, and I kind of told you what I'm thinking about where to go next. Should I, which way I'm going. So let me know what you guys think. But anyways, I definitely appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to comment and appreciate the likes. Definitely you guys too. Definitely appreciate the likes. And let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time.